All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church, the brother Rock.
And the brother Zakaria.
Yep, back with another lesson through the Spirit. But before we get started, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rukakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS who continue to teach and rule well, and peace and safety to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and truth in sincerity and putting their life on the line to do so. All right. So we got a lesson put together here called entitled "Do the Work." Okay, and we basically gonna go into what the work entitles and what it includes, and then we're gonna later on get into the rewards. All right, of you doing that work and getting it in. All right, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Before I get started on in the scripts, you got anything you want to say before we get started?
You got it, bro.
All right, kind. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 9, and I'll start at verse 10. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. Okay, and what have our hands found to do? The work of the Lord. Okay, so it says do it with all thy might, man. That's going hard for this thing. All right, not being slothful and lukewarm. It say with all thy might. And when you do something with all thy might, that means you're putting everything into it. You're giving it all you got, man. You're going hard in the paint, so to speak. All right, and that's what you got to do for this thing, man. Because nothing comes to a man that doesn't work. Okay, the saying say if you don't work, you don't eat. All right, and doing the work and the eating part is going to be the reward. All right, just like if you're on your everyday job, you put in that labor, you punch the clock, and you do the work. At the end of the week's period or 2 weeks, however you get paid, you get that paycheck, which is the reward. All right, and it's the same thing in this truth. We putting in this work, going hard with all thy might, uh, and we're doing that to reap the benefits of it, man, which is the kingdom of heaven, man.
All
right. It says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For where is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom, in the grave whither thou goest. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle of the strong. All right. So in doing this work, it's not all about, being hasty and being fast or, being knowing it all, man, or trying to hasten the day, man. It's about endurance. Okay. If you're familiar with the story of the tortoise and the hare, okay, the tortoise was the slower one. Okay, he had a slower pace. All right, but he stayed steady and he endured in the race, while the hare was just fast. Okay, and just going 100 miles an hour and fucking off in between. Okay, and he ended up losing the race, man. And that's the same thing with this truth, man. It's about endurance and lasting into the end. Okay, and giving diligence. All right, to make the calling of your election sure. All right, so it says that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. All right, and we're low, man. It says not to the strong. Okay, we're weak. All right, on this side, we're weak in the eyes of the Lord. All right, and that's who the Lord's deal with. The Lord deal with. Okay, the humble, the meek. All right, and the low. You got something to say?
Yeah, and we're also laboring too. That also comes with the work. And I'm gonna get the word labor right quick. Just for more edification. The word laborer, it means manual worker, especially in the skilled one. And then it says meaning member of the working class, member of the lowest social rank.
Right.
Because we're low.
Yep. If I can chime in, bro, if you don't mind. It says the low, and because we're looked down upon, man. When they see us out there on the highways and byways, they see the garments. We don't have $100 garment on like these other camps. We don't have all the pizzazz and the razzle dazzle that goes on. In Israel, we're looked at as being bums. Wearing dresses. All right, we looked at as just some niggas on the street corner yelling, man. All right, but that's who the Lord deals with, man. The low, the humble, the meek, and not too flashy, man. All right, so that's how GMS has the truth, all right? Because we're not into all of those things, all right? We're low, we're humble, we're meek, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And this world looks upon us as being shit, man.
God,
we looked at as being the scum of the earth, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Right along with all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? You had a scripture.
God.
Oh, you was bringing out the definition. You finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. It's basically going into Go ahead. It's basically going into the word laborer. We're laboring for Yahweh Shem Shah. We're continuously occupying ourselves in the scriptures. We are continuously working. But I'm gonna bring this out right quick. This is Matthew 20:1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers in his vineyard.
Yep.
And who are those laborers? Those are us.
Right.
I just brought out the definition. Laborer. We are low, and we're gonna continue to work. And who are we working for? Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. The Creator and the Son. And it says
you in Matthew 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Reread that first verse for me, Al-Kashah.
Kana. This is Matthew 20:1. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder.
Yep.
Which we all know is Yahweh Shah. Mm-hmm. He's the householder. Which went out early in the morning to hire laborers.
Right.
Into his vineyard.
Okay. And it says goes out to hire laborers. All right. And that's the fishing that we're doing. We go out, mm-hmm. Week in and week out on the highways and byways to do the fishing. All right. And that's doing the labor, man. If you could grab me Luke 14:23. All right. So now that we know we have to do the labor, but what does the labor consist of? Okay. You have to ask yourself that. All right. Being brotherly, staying diligent. All right. Doing the work. Hitting the highways and byways as the scriptures are going to tell us. All right. That it commands us to do so. Luke 14:23.
This is Luke 14:23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in.
Right. It says go out to the highways and hedges and compel them to come in. Okay. It didn't say sit behind a computer, all right, and be a social media Israelite. It said go out to the highways and hedges, man. Mm-hmm. It didn't say go into a tabernacle or church and give the pastor all your money, all right, under a rooftop. It says hit the highways and hedges, man, and compel the people to come in. Let's see. The word compel basically means to convince. I'll go ahead and get it in the blue letter. Because that's what we're doing when we go out and push this word. We're compelling these people, to get their shit together. That's why we always condemning them and telling them where they're going off, all right?
Rebuking them.
Yep. Telling them to come back to their power, man. Stop following that Christianity bullshit.
To come back to the house, inside the house, which Yahweh Shah is the householder, and the house of what? The house of David. And ultimately, the elect is going to come into the house of David. That's why in Matthew 20, it talks about what? The vineyard.
Yep.
If you get, I'm just get it right quick while you do that, bro. Just to add on.
I got it.
God, you bring it up.
It says this is compel, all right, to necessitate, to compel, to drive, to constrain by force, threats, etc. And that's what we do, man. We go out there and we threaten these people, so to speak, according to the scriptures. All right. If you don't get your shit together, the Lord's gonna kill you. All right. That's a threat, man. And that's compelling your ass. All right. If somebody compelling me in such a way, it'll make me want to, straighten up and get my shit together, man. And take heed to what's being said. All right. It says, basically that's it, by force or threats, etc. Okay.
Because you can't be soft, with Israel today. You gotta compel, be hard on them. I was like, hey man, what are you doing, man?
Right.
Man, stop eating pork, man. It causes this, that, and that, man. You know, start getting lineups, man. You look feminine.
Right.
You look like a homosexual.
Exactly.
You know.
And when we do that, hey, whether you here to forbear it, we're getting the blood off our hands, man.
Yeah,
We presented it to you,
mm-hmm.
and we told you the way it should go, you know, according to the scriptures. Now, what you do with it after you lead the men of the Lord while we out there putting in this work is it's on you, man.
Yeah.
All right. We've done our part. All right. We've done the compelling. All right. Was that it in Luke? You read the whole 23. Or reread it, Bob Kushad, and then you can go to what you had. 14 and 23.
This is Luke 14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in,
yep,
that my house may be filled.
Yep. And what we trying to fill? The house of David, man.
Yep.
The 144,000, you know, the elect.
All
right. We ain't just fishing and laboring for any old nigga, man, off the streets. We're looking for a select few, all right, the elect men of Israel, man. We're not dealing with 2/3, mm-hmm. all right, and we're not dealing with 1/3, okay, because they're going to inherit the kingdom as well, all right, but the 2/3 of our people are going to be low, man, and shameful, mm-hmm. and we don't want to do that. We don't want to be like that in the kingdom. I know I don't. I know this brother don't, and I know the brothers, you know, that are fellow laborers don't want, you know, to have that, you know, everlasting shame in the kingdom as well. All right, we want to be the first fruits, man. We want to be the ones, you know, repopulating. Mm-hmm. All right, the kingdom of heaven. All right, that's why we labor and do what we do, because that's a part of some of the rewards. All right, as we're going to get into later on.
Us being exalted in the kingdom.
Yeah.
The 144 elect. Mm-hmm. We're going to be low on this side, but a part of that, you know, award. And in order to get that award, reward, it's a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to work for it. You know. And you know, we're gonna be exalted, mm-hmm. while you 2/3 gonna be low. Yep. Shamefaced, man.
Yep.
You know, shameful.
Yep. It says to fill the house, right? Read the latter part of it, the end of it again.
Verse 23. It says that my house may be filled. That's the last part.
Right. And that's what we're doing, man. Trying to fill the house, or build the house of David, man. And not building, you know, this house with any old scrap, man. We need the best of the best and the finest, mm-hmm. okay, which is the elect, right?
The best men, the best workers,
right?
Not us, but how about Shimei Shah?
Right.
You know, he needs his men,
right?
You know,
it's glad you said that, because this is not our program.
Yeah,
we working for him. We are laborers, okay, and he's the employer, so to speak. We're just the employees, man, and we got to do the work that he's put on the table for us to do. All right.
And then I know there's you know, it keeps saying house too.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah. Salah. Yeah, this is Isaiah 5:1. It says, "Now will I sing to my well-beloved," which is in Hebrew is Dawadah, you know, David. That lets you know it's pertaining to the house of David. It says, "A song of my beloved touching his vineyard," which we just read. My well-beloved have a vineyard and a very fruitful hill, you know, because in order to grow into a mountain, as it speaks of in Ezekiel 17, you know, we start off as a hill. We start off small. As we continue to build, and we're gonna be a mountain, man. Mm-hmm. You know, look at Esau and his mountains. These governments, we're gonna take all those down, and there's gonna be one mountain. There's gonna be us. Yeah, that's gonna be our new world order. Well, Yahweh Shah new world order, man. Mm-hmm. You know, one power, and for us, one order, man. You know, following Yahweh Shimei Shah. You know, he's gonna order us. He's gonna order everyone to, you know, get back into order, basically. Yeah. You know, y'all gonna flow into us in the kingdom of heaven. You know, we're gonna be given once again, you know, different resources. You know, children, anything. Yep. Our daughters, you know.
That's why we do this thing, mm-hmm. man. So we can see those, reap those benefits of our labor, man. I had a little bit more in Ecclesiastes 9. And then we're going to jump back to Matthew and pick up there. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 9. I read 11 and, you know, go from there. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle of the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Okay, because we all have the same channels and avenues, all right, to get this truth. It's out there. Okay, and that goes into what I was saying earlier. Whether you hear it or forbid it, man, that's on you. Verse 12, it says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes are taken in an evil net. All right, because we're laboring till the Lord comes back, but we don't know when he's coming back. That's why we got to continue to push and endure and give all diligence. It compared it, all right, to a fish being caught in the net. All right, if a fish is swimming, okay, it doesn't have an inkling, okay, it's a net finna be dropped on me and I'm gonna be, caught up. It comes, without warning. Okay, like it says in First Thessalonians 5 and 2. They grab that for me real quick, Bakusha. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in a snare. Okay, it's just quick, and all of a sudden, man, catch you off guard. It says, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. All right, so you don't want to get into that spirit of, okay, well, I can labor and I can do the work, but I can take my time. All right. The Lord ain't, looking like he finna do nothing no time soon. I can, bullshit and party, and do a little bit of work here and now. No, man, you got to be diligent. You got to go hard because you don't know when he's coming back. That's like, for an example, all right, your parents leave you to the house to clean up and shit. You got work to do around the house and they leave and you, shit, they ain't gonna be back till 5, so I can give me something to eat real quick. I can call up a little broad, play the game, and then next thing you know, you look up and it's goddamn 4:59, and you hear that key going in the door. You've been bullshitting the whole time, and they did the work. All right, and that's the way the Lord gonna come back. So man, get this work in and do it diligently, and the proper way, man. So when that key is being stuck in the door, all right, and you've been revealed, you've been doing what you're supposed to been doing, man. You ain't been shucking and jiving and fucking around, all right? Because you don't.
Yeah, kind.
Right. You had something to say? Huh?
Oh, I was about to say that's why once you read, it said do all thy might. If you know you have work to do it. Don't be slothful. Just do it.
Yep.
Do what you might. If you know they're coming in that far, why don't you just do the work early, so you can get that little time to chill.
Yeah.
Afterwards. And once they come in, that reward they're gonna give you is, oh, good job, man, thanks.
Yep. And that's the same way through the spirit. Right.
Small in that situation.
Yeah, we're just using that as an example.
Yeah.
Right. On a larger scale, we know it's much more deeper than that, but that's the perfect example, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
I got that Thessalonians.
Yep. 5 and 2.
This is First Thessalonians 5 and verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right. So a thief comes without warning, man. And if you get caught with your pants down, that's your ass, man. And that's the same work. So do this work diligently with all thy might, as we spoke about. All right. So that when the Lord comes back, man, hey, you was on point. You was caught doing the work. You was caught making a video. You was caught edifying a brother. You was caught pushing out this word. You don't want to be, the Lord come back, you got a goddamn ham sandwich in your hand.
Yeah, that's off.
You coming back, yeah, you in the room dealing with another man's woman when the Lord come back. No, man, you don't want to be caught like that. You want to be caught doing what we doing, or doing something productive, man.
I have a quick definition for you.
Go ahead.
Reward, because you don't want to do that. You come in as a thief in the night. You just want to stay on point. Once you stay on point, he's gonna give you that reward. And got the word right here. It says meaning repayment for some service.
What, reward?
Yep.
That's right on. I read it over, Baba Kusa Salaki.
Kind of says, meaning repayment for some service.
Right.
Because aren't we servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua?
Right.
You know, and we serving Yahweh Shah, trying to walk like him,
right.
doing the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our abilities.
Yep.
Continue to occupy ourselves in the scriptures, laboring.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the word labor, you know, we're low. You
Yep.
know, we're not high walking with pride. You know, we're low and we still continue, you know, doing the work, making our weekly sacrifices,
Mm-hmm.
you know, going out on the highways and byways.
Mm-hmm.
So once the Lord see that, you know, Lord willing, you're a part of that number, and that we're all a part of that number.
Yep.
But when he come back, you know, he's gonna come back to the wedding like, man, that's a perfect woman right there.
Right.
Come here, you know.
Right.
Man, you've been doing what you're supposed to do. You've been serving me.
Yep.
Just like we're supposed to be serving Yahweh Shai, ain't a woman supposed to be serving us.
Yep.
You know, we're not gonna have no random woman. You know,
Yeah.
they're going off, we're gonna get on them.
Yep.
Like we go off, Yahweh Shai gonna go off on us.
Right.
Like, man, what you doing, man?
Right.
You know, you
Yep.
weak, you low. I'm keep throwing that hell on you. You know.
Right.
And here go your reward.
Right. And here it is. You supposed to be dressed for the wedding. Your ass got on some Timberlands and some FUBU shorts. You all out of order, man. Yeah, man, the Lord ain't dealing with people, men like that, man. You got to know what the hell going on, man. Because we are, you know, the Lord, you know, is our husband, man. We are like unto women unto the Lord, man. So he coming to the wedding, it's time to be joined into him. Like I said, your ass ain't got on your spiritual garment on, man. Or your wedding dress. Hey, you getting a divorce, man, before the ceremony even began. All right. So yeah, it said a reward.
Yeah, yeah, I'll reread it.
Because it was a point I wanted to make about that.
Damn, laughing. But yeah, going back to the word reward,
mm-hmm.
It says meaning repayment.
Right.
You know, just like, you know, once we're working at our regular job, you know, they paying us, giving us our check. That's our reward.
Mm-hmm.
It says repayment for some service.
That's the part for some servant.
Mm-hmm.
For some service, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's our service? Our service is doing the work, man, laboring, and we're gonna get reward for our service, Lord willing. That's why we're doing this, to make sure our, you know, spiritual bank account is built up to a certain amount. You know, that it'll be sufficient enough that when we present it to the Lord, mm-hmm. Okay, we've been doing this, we've been doing that. Right? This is how much spiritual coins or money we have, you know, mm-hmm. and hope that it's, you know, acceptable unto the Lord. All right, you don't want to come up there with you got 30 cents, you know, when you're supposed to have $1. All right, you ain't been doing what you're supposed to do, man. And that's why, you know, we're gonna get reward for some service. Go ahead.
And then continue on. I'm glad, you know, the Spirit brought it out. It says sense of some money
mm-hmm.
in exchange, because, you know, those spiritual talents, we're exchanging that to, you know, Yahweh Shai, and, you know, to build up the house and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, good job, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says some money in exchange for capture, you know, and that was it on that.
Yep. And you still got Matthew 20, or what you hold? You
still Matthew 20.
All right, go to verse 2.
This is Matthew 20 and verse 2. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day.
Right, a penny a day, okay,
mm-hmm.
which were going to be their reward for doing, you know, their labor or their service. All right, and that penny in Matthew 22 represents the kingdom of heaven. All right, we're going to be rewarded that penny for doing our work, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
He sent them into his vineyard.
Yep, and what's the Lord's vineyard, man? Just doing this work, man,
mm-hmm.
and highways and hedges, man. That's the vineyard. That's the workplace, the chief place of concourse. All right.
You know, and within that vineyard, because
mm-hmm.
I know Isaiah 5 explains it too. You know,
yep.
Place the fence around it,
mm-hmm.
a white fence.
Yep.
You know, and us being his laborers, we continue to working. And what are we building up? You know, my well-beloved, the house of David, man.
Yep. You can continue on.
Verse 3, and he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
Right, standing idle. You know, niggas standing around with their hands in their pocket, not doing no work. He found them, you know, standing idle, not doing not working or not laboring. Go ahead.
Con. Then it says,
and Salakia, that's not how we want to get caught. Get caught, man. We want to be, you know, laboring, digging, you know, busting our ass, man. We don't want to be caught idle. All right, go ahead.
Con. Then it says, he said unto them, go ye also in the vineyard, and whatsoever is ripe, I will give you. And they went their way.
Right. So they've been employed as well, you know, by Yahweh, by Shimei Shah. They've been told to go into the vineyard and work as well. All right, for that penny. All right. These men that were found idle in the third hour. Go ahead.
Oh, then if I can bring out something right here, he said, and whatsoever is right, I would give you, man.
Right.
What's the right thing to do? Continue to work.
Yeah.
As a righteous man.
Yeah.
You know?
It said, and whatsoever is right, I will give you.
Yeah.
That basically goes into you get what you you get according to your labor. Okay.
Faithful works, man.
Right.
You know?
You gonna get rewarded. Basically, you gonna get back what you put in. All right. He's gonna give you what's right for you. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Again, he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, why stand ye there all day idle?
Right. And standing idle, man, is knowing this truth, but you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You just being idle. Okay. And you know, Matthew the 20th chapter is a good chapter to read. You know, if brothers haven't read it, you know, we're not gonna go into the whole thing. You know, but basically, you know, whether you came in the beginning of this thing or in the latter part at the end, you know, if you're doing the labor and the works, you're gonna get that same penny and reward as the man that was, you know, had been working in the vineyard from the get go. Whether you come in the third hour or the 9th hour, okay, as long as you're doing that work, all right, for Yahweh Shimei Shai, all right, you're gonna get that same reward as the first man. You know, just because a brother has been doing the labor and the works 10, 20 years before you, don't mean that, you know, if you've been laboring as well for the little bit of time that you've been in it, his reward is going to be greater than yours. All right. No, we're all working for that one common goal, and that's to receive the kingdom of heaven. All right. To be in that number. All right. So, you know, continue to do the work, man, and endure. All right. Now that man that has been working for 10, 20 years, you know, he's had to endure certain things that you haven't have gone through yet. You know, and that's where, like the brother was saying earlier, you know, trading off those talents. You want to be around a man like that that's been laboring and putting in the work. All right, that amount alone. So we went into doing the labor and doing, you know, and what the work consists of. All right. And we were, like we said, we were gonna go into the rewards as well. You know, we may have to do, you know, a part 2, and go into the rewards that you're gonna get for doing this labor. All right, we're gonna do a part 2 series. All right, if you ain't have anything else,
that was it on
the labor. Yep. So, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Spirit. You know, we're going to get out of here. I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors into the elders and apostles at GMS who continue to teach and rule well. Shalom.
Shalom.